Grand Rising, loved ones. Welcome back to another episode of Healing Wisdom with me, your favorite spiritual advisor, Empress Oracle. So today we gonna talk about stop living in the past. Okay, we gotta stop living in the past, guys. A lot of times we like to hold on to the past and to those fond memories because as we grow, life gets harder, and we're not really prepared for the blows and the curveballs that life throws at us. However, I'm going to tell y'all what does not kill you makes you stronger. And a lot of times what messes up a lot of people or what incapacitates a lot of people from their ultimate progression and their soul's growth is because instead of facing the now and the challenges that are placed in front of them during life in the now, instead they choose to mentally regress back to a time where life was easier, whether it was childhood, whether it was, early adulthood, whatever it is, just an easier time. And that is not healthy, guys. We have to stop doing that because that is what, basically, that's what the devil wants, to hold us back. That's what he wants, to hold us back. What we have to realize is, as I said before in one of my other healing wisdoms, is we pick our cross, we pick our burdens before we come to earth. We sit down and we decide our life. We sign soul contracts on certain lessons that we choose to learn each lifetime. So even though we are not aware of these hurdles that we have to go through when we are born and when we come into this earth, and on the inside, spiritually, we already know what's going on. And trust and believe when I say God never gives you more than you can handle. I done been through some shit. And whenever you're going through things, it feels like it's so heavy. It feels so monumental. It feels like I don't know how I'm going to make it through this. This is so rough and it's so tough. But, once you make it through the fire and you look back, you be like, damn, I made it. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And those are what I like to call strength building exercises. We have to go through certain strength building exercises for our soul's growth and evolution. And a lot of times people, they don't want to go through these exercises. That's why you have a lot of souls that are challenged. You have a lot of souls that are trapped. That's why you have a lot of adults that are childish as fuck, are immature. That's why you have a lot of people who choose escapism. A lot of times, a lot of people who are dependent on alcohol and drugs, a lot of times they choose various forms of escapism because they do not want to go through these soul growth lessons and journeys that they have to go through in order for their soul to evolve, because they know that it's going to be hard. They know it's going to be challenging and they just don't want to exert themselves. However, what I'm going to tell you is you can run, but you cannot hide. So if you choose not to evolve and go through these lessons this lifetime, you're going to have to go through them eventually. You're gonna have to come back again. You're gonna do it again. But also, too, on top of that, when you choose to avoid these evolutions and these soul journeys and stuff, that's how you make generational curses in your family. Because energy is something that is transient. It flows from here to there. It does not stay stagnant. Although you may choose to stay stagnant, your energy will not. So therefore, that energy will transfer to your children and your children's children, because children are sponges. So they don't just absorb what they see you do. They absorb your feelings. They absorb your actions. They absorb your energies. That's why people always used to like that saying, do as I say, not as I do. However, you can't go by that and you can't say those things, especially when it comes to children, because children are closer to source than adults are, because their souls are still fresh, still innocent, still untainted from life's hardships. So therefore, they are purer, so they feel that energy. So regardless of what you say, they're going to feel that energy, and that is what they are going to absorb, and that's what they're going to culminate into their adulthood and their own soul's growth and purpose. And that is also another way how we end up with these generational curses, because a lot of times they are learned. They are learned and they are absorbed. Okay, it's not always somebody sitting there doing Santeria, Brujeria on you or Obia. A lot of times it is something that is absorbed through the energy of what we choose to not cultivate by choosing to be in denial or choosing to be oblivious or choosing to live in the past and not evolve. You see a lot of people who choose not to evolve, who do not choose soul evolution. A lot of times those are the people who end up with those midlife crises or get stuck in the era, right? You know, it'll be 2024 and they still in damn 1983 and shit because they chose not to evolve. They found a safe place mentally, spiritually, when times was good, when life was good, and life got too hard. Life lessons got too hard for them. So they chose to stay back in the time when things were easier. They're doing themselves a disservice. It's not cute. Yeah, it doesn't look cute fashion-wise, energy-wise, and it's definitely not cute spiritual-wise, okay? Because you know what? As far as you evolve this lifetime is where you're going to have to start off next lifetime. Whether you believe in reincarnation or not, I'm going to tell you, your soul travels. Your physical body, your temple, it may go, it will disintegrate, you will die, you will pass, but your soul will travel. And some of us are evolved souls because we chose to learn the lessons that we mapped out for ourselves for our own evolution each lifetime. We chose to conquer those. We chose to keep pushing forward. And then you have the others who choose not to. And the more they push it off, the more times they have to come back. So, you know, if you're sick and tired of going through the bullshit here on this earth, the best thing for you to do in order for your soul's growth and soul's evolution is to stop living in the past, because the past is only there for us for reference. Period. A lot of people like to hold on to the past because their immediate life is not going well. But you know what? By holding on to the past and living into the past, you are not going to be able to fix the present. And that's what we have to realize. You will not be able to fix the present. You have to take the lessons or the blessings or whatever you got from the past, and you have to say, okay, I want better and I want more for myself in the future. So what can I do with this? What can I do with these lessons? What can I do with these blessings? What can I take from this experience in order to make my life better in the future? That's something that we have to learn how to do instead of living in the past. Because when you end up living in the past, that's how you get stuck. And then everybody else starts evolving and moving past you. And you're wondering why, what's wrong with you, what was me? But really, they're looking further than what you are. They're looking into the future. They have taken those lessons. They have taken life's blows. They took that shit on the chin and they kept it pushing. That's something that a lot of people need to learn how to do. Living in the past is not healthy. It causes a lot of mental and emotional and even chemical imbalances. It causes depression. It leads to alcoholism, drug dependency, shit. It leads to fucking prostitution, all types of things. When I say it leads to prostitution and all that, I might be being a little bit dramatic, but really I'm not. What I'm saying is it may lead to you being some sort of sexual deviant or miscreant, because let's just say you're living in the past and you were sexually abused as a child. Okay, as you get older, you may start to feel like, okay, well, the only time I got attention when I was younger was when I was being sexually abused, and they used to tell me I was so pretty and X, Y, and Z. So as you get older, you start thinking about that. So you start doing those things that you did as a child, becoming a sexual deviant, right? Or you start giving yourself to people who don't deserve it because you're living in the past. You don't feel loved. And you remember when you were little, you used to get touched on and stuff because you did X, Y, and Z or whatever. Now, it's not far-fetched. It really does happen. A lot of females end up being promiscuous because they're living in the past from their sexual abuse. A lot of males end up being sexual deviants because they're living in the past from their sexual abuse. And because men and sexual abuse or being abused is so taboo that they don't want to talk about it. So instead, they end up keeping it in their mind because they're not healed. They don't get that catharsis. They don't get that therapy. They don't get that healing. They keep that in their mind, and that leads to their destruction in the future because they're still living in the past and they just keep reenacting it as adults. They have not properly evolved. So it is a thing. It's real and it is true. Real and it's true, boo-boo. And a lot of people may be conscious of certain things, and sometimes it lays dormant in their subconscious and they don't even realize why they're acting a certain way, and they don't even realize that it's because of things that may happen to them in the past. That's why it is very, very important for us to heal. Instead of just, locking things in the back of your head in that room, throwing away the key, it's very important for us to heal. Find your own way to heal and stop living in the past, because the past can hold you back. Okay? The past has held me back before, yes. Yes, it has. For you that was asking back there, yes, it has. But once you become aware of it, once you become aware of the past holding you back, it is up to you. It's not up to anybody else. It's not up to you to put that onto anybody. It's not up to you to use that as a crutch to keep people around you. It's not up to you to use that to gain pity from people. It is up to you to find different ways to heal yourself. If you do not want to go and get help from an outside source, then it would be beneficial for you to find a way to heal yourself on your own. And from there, that's where coming in touch with your spirituality, aligning your chakras, being balanced, meditation and prayer come into effect. And then that is when source will guide you on what to do and how to heal. And sometimes in order to heal, you have to release yourself of those burdens, whether it's verbally, physically, writing it down, or through art, whatever it is. However, we need to start taking the steps to properly heal in order to stop living in the past, in order to gain a brighter future, guys. It's just something that has to be done. It's a new world order going on now, guys. We got to leave the fuck shit in the past and stop living there. And we have to build us a new home in the future. Right? Right. Well, I think you guys got the point. I don't want to ramble. I know I do like to ramble sometimes, but not right now. So with that being said, you guys be blessed. Take care. And I just want you guys, if you ever want to just check out my healing wisdom, I got all my videos on YouTube. Check me out. Empress Oracle 333 for all of my healing wisdom. I'm pretty sure I have something that touches on something that you are going through or that you may need. If ever your heart gets called to or you feel guided to, feel free to check me out. I love you guys and be blessed, okay?